Now for updates on sports stories from across the globe, Aaron Akere-Jola joins us now. Aaron the Baron, good morning.
Yes, a very good morning to you, Vimbai. Good morning to you, Dr. Wanati. Thank you very much. We are live at the MKO International Stadium from in Abeokuta. Yesterday, what an event. It was filled with color, passion, variety, and more importantly, the beauty and the flair of having a sports festival being held. The 22nd edition was actually held here, and gracing this particular edition were some of the biggest wigs in Nigeria, from the president being represented by the vice president, Kashim Shettima, to the governor, the host himself, Dakwa Abiodun, then the eggheads at the National Sports Commission. It was an event of color, splendor, and pageantry, so to speak. But let's get to hear from the governor, the vice president, the governor, and the chairman of the National Sports Commission. This is what they had to say at the opening ceremony of this auspicious event.
There is a pulse that beats through every nation, a rhythm that binds the dreams of the young with the hopes of the world, and bridges the barriers of tongue, creed, and culture. That pulse is sports. Sports is more than a contest of physical strength. It is the soul of our togetherness, the music of our shared ambitions, and a mirror that reflects the possibilities of a truly united nation. That is why here in Nigeria, we have made sports a culture, not merely an event, but a way of life. Sports to us is a tool for national integration, a rallying ground for patriotism, and a workshop for shaping not just the body, but also the mind and the spirit of our people. Today, with pride and purpose.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed a pleasure for me to stand before you this evening as the proud governor of the state hosting this very esteemed festival. Today marks a defining moment in the illustrious legacy of National Sports Festival in our great nation. As we gather here, we celebrate not only the enduring spirit of sportsmanship, but also unity, resilience, and the boundless potential that lie within the vibrant energy of our youth. As Nelson Mandela once said, sports has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in a way that little else does. We owe deep gratitude to our president, my president, and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, who is ably represented here today by our Vice President, His Excellency, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, for his unwavering support under the Renewed Hope agenda.
It is with great honor and deep national pride that I welcome you all to the 22nd National Sports Festival, aptly termed Gateway Games Ogun 2024. This is a festival. It's not just a sporting event. It is a celebration of our diversity, our unity, and our shared aspiration to build a stronger Nigeria through the power of sports. Permit me to begin by sincerely appreciating the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his visionary leadership and unwavering support for the sports sector. His Excellency's bold decision, strategic decision, to implement the structural reorganization of the Federal Ministry of Sports, National Sports Commission, has laid the foundation for the sustainable growth and long overdue professionalization of our sport industry, and indeed to properly strate sports as one of the key drivers of the economy.
All right. Those were the voices of, those were the voices Kashim Shettima, Dapo Abiodun, the governor of Ogun State, and the chairman of the National Sports Commission, Shehu Diko. It was an event of energy and unity. Other person typify this than the governor of Osun State, talking about Governor Leke, popularly known as the dancing governor, of course, putting up his fans and his supporters to join his display, and more importantly, his own nephew, talking about David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, was here to grace the occasion and also serenade the fans, and the music herself, Asha, was also present for this auspicious event. I must tell you that now that the opening ceremony, the pomp and the pageantry has been done, we now go straight into the thick of the action. As you can actually see behind me and around me at the stadium, certainly athletes are beginning to train, because this is an opportunity for them to win medals, laurels for their state, and we are hoping to see fair competition here, clean competition here, and we are hoping to see sportsmanship of the highest level. I must say that it was quite an event, and we're looking forward to a great game.
All right, that's a good one, Aaron. Great one. The game is being held in Ogun State, the gateway state, the gateway for possibilities, gateway for ambition, gateway for success. And it's a good one being held at the MK Abiola Center. And other centers also are here. There are going to be games in Ikenne, and there are going to be games in and around the Ijebu-Ode. You know, pretty much every part of the state will have a feel of this. What are we looking at? We're looking at great tournaments. We're looking at great hospitality. I'm sure you're already enjoying rich ofada rice, you know, which we have to give. Probably if you had come to the Ijebu area, we can also give you ikokore. We can give you lovely meals, you know, all out of Ogun State, Ibiripo, you know, and the likes, and Egusi Ijebu, and other lovely meals like that. But Aaron, great coverage. But one question I'd like to ask is, where are the media outlets that are covering each individual sport? By today now, take, for instance, we want to have a sports channel where I can watch the football competition, the heat competition, and other competition. Or is there a platform on YouTube where it's being streamed so we can have all of this going on? Because you see, the heart and soul of competition like this is proper media coverage. Also, where are the big media sponsors that will come in and support media covering events like this? We need to be able to work on the marketing viability of a national sports festival. I know, yes, the states will have their hosting rights, they will do their thing and all of that, but also corporate bodies can also partner and be part of it, so we can put it on television, and they can also use to advertise their goods and services at a point in time like this. That's how economies are built. I was talking about college sports in America just to Vimbai. It's amazing the potential, how sports festivals like this can be a multi-billion money spinner for this country.
That stadium is looking stunning.
All right, Rufai, quickly, let me just actually address something before I get it. Sport is a huge unifying factor. And it wasn't more evident than what happened yesterday. Some will call them Italian, but they found a common ground yesterday, talking about the former president of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, and the literature maestro himself, talking about Wole Soyinka, having to share pleasantries, all thanks to sport. But speaking about coverage, Rufai, I'm not sure of the extent of their coverage, but if you're looking to get everything festival, the 22nd edition, Gateway Games, Arise is the place to go. We are here fully on ground. We've deployed several cameras at different venues that will be covering this particular event. And personally, I'll be moving from Abeokuta to Ikenne. Ikenne holds a very, very special, because chess will be going on there. Our own Arise staff that will be participating in chess. Francis Ore is his name, and he actually clinches gold for his state and for Arise.
Oh, Francesco Molinari. Francis, congrats. Our staff is engaged in the National Sports Festival.
We're represented. Aaron, I would have loved to know which sports. Maybe they need to introduce like an amala eating competition so you can participate and grab gold for us. But that was for chess. So you can get gold for that one, right? I know we want to go, but the stadium is looking so perfectly manicured. Everything just looks beautiful. I mean, I love to see these kinds of images. And I also love the fact that we're keeping our athletes busy. So the more of these we can do around the country, the more being an athlete can actually be a viable career. You can earn money, sustain yourself, add international outings to this. And wow, you know, we're keeping our youth occupied. So for me, fantastic. Congratulations again to Ogun State and to my Ogun brothers here in the studio as well, showing their hospitality at its best.
Well, we said it before now that Ogun State is ready, the gateway to Nigeria, hosting the Gateway Games 2024, it's otherwise called. And we had that beautiful ceremony yesterday, pomp, pageantry, color. Congratulations to Governor Dapo Abiodun. And he made a point that this shows Nigeria's, Ogun State's commitment to sports development and to national unity. And Vice President Kashim Shettima, representing President Tinubu, also made the point about the use of sports for unity and commitment also to sports development at the national level. Congratulations also to the chairman of the National Sporting Commission, the DG of the National Sports Commission, Bukola Olopade, who was on this program. And I think the more exciting part is that, look, Ogun State is hosting about 15,000 athletes, 2,150 medals in 549 events, and it looks like, indeed, from what we have seen, that Ogun State is ready. And thanks to all the governors who showed up to join Governor Abiodun, the governor of Ekiti State, Governor Abiodun Yebamiji, the governor of Anambra State, all the way from Anambra, he went to Abeokuta to be part of that, Professor Soludo, Senator Ademola Adeleke, all the way from Osun State, and former governors, Daniel, former governor Oshoba, all of them showing up there. I think this should be the spirit, you know, unity in diversity. And we wish all the athletes the best of luck, and may the best athletes win. I was saying the best state because I will want Ogun State to stop the medal.
Ìṣẹ́yá ọmọ Ògùn, go Ògùn, Ìṣẹ́yá ọmọ Ògùn, Aaron, Ìṣẹ́yá, Ìṣẹ́máyá òwe, ọmọ Ògùn, Ìṣẹ́yá. Ọmọ Ògùn kì í ṣọ̀lẹ.
Ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbẹ́rù Olúwa fún wa tẹra mọ́ṣẹ́ o.
This is Ojoro. No, we have to sing for other states too.
That's the Ogun State national anthem. Anyway, thank you very much.